decided to sit down and just do something that I enjoy, that kind of takes my mind off things. I'm going to create a little mini zine, kind of scrapbooking collage, bit of painting, just a bit of fun. And I'm just going to interlock that footage in along with me just chatting about this week and how I felt, and yeah, let's get into it. So I haven't really filmed much this week. I wanted to, but I just couldn't really get into the mood for it. And then yesterday I sat down and filmed maybe like 30 minutes to an hour of footage, but I'm just not happy with it. It felt kind of forced. I think my anxiety levels are probably higher than I'd like to admit right now. Scared me. This thing keeps falling off the walls. My gold thing. I'm just gonna set it down. Spook me again. So yeah, I think I'm just a bit more anxious than I wanted to admit this week, and I just couldn't really think of what to film or what to talk about. So I thought I would just talk about that basically, and just show the reality of life, I guess. A lot of things have been kind of building up in my head, and although I've been taking steps to kind of make sure that I'm on track for, you know, keeping things balanced, it's kind of hard to get out of my own head about them at the minute. I think just, so since lockdown, I lost my job, so I've had a lot of time just in the house, especially for the first, I think it was like 3-4 months maybe, where I didn't leave at all, except for when we were allowed to take a walk. I would take a short walk, and it definitely affects you being in that much, and not having that routine with work. It definitely has affected me more than I thought it would. You know, I have a lot of anxieties about financial stability and being worried about the pressure then now that there is on my husband, because he's the only one that has a job. And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there in very similar situations, maybe even worse. So a lot of crappy things going on in the world right now. Sorry, this might be a bit of a downer of a topic, but I just wanted to be real about how I've been feeling this week. You know, and on top of that, like being pregnant and worrying about all the things that are going on at the minute, and also worrying about when the baby arrives, you know, being out and about with a newborn and being a new mum. This is our first kid. There's just been a lot of things kind of sitting heavily on my mind, and I think this week they've just bubbled up to the surface a little bit more than they have done in the past. On top of that, then of course imposter syndrome's been playing a part, and that's been kind of hard to shake. I've been questioning the whole idea behind not just making videos, but making specifically studio vlogs, because I think a lot of studio vlogs that I see, a lot of it is, you know, packaging orders or creating products, and I'm just not really at that stage yet. So I think it's given me sort of a complex about whether or not I can really call them studio vlogs. The reason that I call them that is because to me, that kind of video is about, you know, what you're doing and in your business and what you do to work behind the scenes. So from the beginning I thought, well, I'm gonna document my journey of right from the beginning, like at the very, very start, when I don't even know what it is I'm gonna end up creating. You know, I know a general idea and I've got tons of ideas to run with, but I'm just not really at the point where I'm able to launch and create products and do all of those things. So I think that's been playing on my mind a little too. Last week I I did a journal spread where I kind of like refocused a little bit, and it kind of helped me figure out what areas I wanted to spend more time in, just so that I could see if my time has been balanced a little bit better. And although it helped me see those areas and see where I was spending more time, I didn't necessarily implement that this week, and I think then I've been feeling a little bit crappy about that because I felt so good after I'd done the journal spread, and then I had like a little tip, just I think because of the anxiety and things building up. So maybe I just need a little bit more structure, you know, not having any routine in this past couple of months. I think it's just throwing off what I can do because I don't really have any set times or days to do things, and that can make it really easy to put things off and procrastinate and do things that aren't necessarily what I want to do. I mean, there's still going to be tasks that I need to get done in preparation for the baby and sorting stuff around the house, and I'm not sure if a routine or setting a routine or even just a loose routine would maybe help me navigate this a little bit better, just because I've had such little routine over the past few months because of being in the house all the time. And you know, whenever I don't have anywhere specifically to be, I think it's just so easy to put things off because I feel like I have all the time in the world, but this past couple of months has just flown in, and I think I've just been reflecting a little bit on how much time has passed and feeling like I've not really done a whole lot. You know, I have accomplished things, and you know, I started this thing, and I've put out videos every week, and things have been sorted around the house, and we've been gathering a lot of things for the baby. So you know, I have done a lot of stuff, but I just don't feel like I've progressed, and I don't know if that's just because I'm in the house all the time and things just aren't normal at the minute. But I've just been feeling a little bit muddled, and I figured that's just what this week's video could be about. Behind the scenes of trying to start up a business and not feeling like I'm doing a great job, and not knowing whether I'm actually not doing a great job or if that's just imposter syndrome talking. Haven't gotten very far with this, so I'll give you a wee look. As you can see, I've got an extremely messy desk, which is always the case when I start to create. I got these 3 pages done. I just kind of play around with texture and paint and see what I feel like putting down. There's never really any rhyme or reason to it. But that's what I've got done. I just can't get my head in it. I just can't get my head into it. I've lost my mojo this week. I don't really know how I'm gonna get back. Maybe I just need to get out of the house and stop thinking about it for a minute. Go and have a picnic and just not really think about anything, any of my responsibilities for 5 minutes. I think being in the house has just got my brain working overtime, so I think I'm just gonna leave it there and go relax, maybe watch a movie, pick myself back up, see how I do next week. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a lovely week, and we'll see you in next week's video.